Yo, yo, yo.
Fucking challenge you, come up on the stage and let's do one-on-one right now. Dog, I know how to fight, doggy. Come on. Fuck you, dog. Whoever the fuck it is. Don't be throwing your shoes and shit. Was it you? What are you trying to do, dog? Come on, please. I don't want to say anything wrong. I can't sign that like that, bro. Come on, dog.
So many things to dissect.
So many things. Like, yo, 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 cut the music, cut the music.
What's up, people? Welcome to this week's episode of the Indy and Doctor podcast. Karan, let's go straight into what they want. Did you see the shoot?
They want to talk about the Karan, Dr. Karan, me.
No, Dr. Karan is already taken, mate. You can't be Dr. Karan. We've been over this.
Sad, isn't it? To be fair, I'm Dr. Jazz, isn't it? So it's all good, isn't it? But Karan is also my name. The other day when Sanj was in our WhatsApp talking about Karan's wife, I didn't really quickly, and they were talking about Aujla, and then I was like, Shindy, you talking about Shindy? Why are you referring to Shindy as Karan's wife? I was like, this is
ownership of the wife, clearly, Karan. Respect the patriarchy.
Did you see that question as somebody asked about Karali? Does it mean
does it mean what?
The woman who lives at home, like property of the house or something? I was like, again, it's a literal translation, but it's the closest word to wife, right? That's what it means. It doesn't mean wife is chained to something at home.
Ball and chain at home.
Or man, you know, like for example, Indy works a lot from home. He's a Karala, technically. Yeah.
Should we play the clip?
The Orge. Play the clip, man.
Play the clip.
Yo. Challenge you, come up on the stage and let's do one-on-one right now. Dog, I know how to fight, doggy. Come on. Fuck you, dog. Whoever the fuck it is. Don't be throwing your shoes and shit. Was it you? What are you trying to do, dog? Come on, please. I don't want to say anything wrong. Be respectful. You can't be throwing your shoes off. Do that shit, yo. I can't sign that like that, bro. Come on, dog. You look like you're younger than me. Hey, yo, run that shit.
So, what's really weird about this?
Go. Your take.
So many things to dissect. Number one.
So many things. And you didn't, there's a bit before the clip as well, man, when he doesn't realize what's happening. Like, yo, cut the music, cut the music.
Yeah. That's the other clip I found. Yeah. So, let's just go on the shoe first. Okay, number one.
Right.
Stop throwing things at artists. It's very clear. Do not throw things at artists on stage.
Jutti, bra,
he's used to having chandra thrown at him, yeah? But don't throw shoes at him. I know the male version of a chandra is a shoe and sneakers and trainers, but chill, fellas.
The male version of a chandra is a shoe.
Or trainers.
Is it though?
Maybe I don't think kicks.
No, I think there's no male version of it like that. I'm
trying to give an alternative, you know?
Okay, can I carry on with your line of thought?
Fully wrecked it, but it's fine. It's fine, Karan. I was on a roll. You just applied the handbrake. Now it's getting out of control. Thank you.
Chini pa de. Right, go.
Yeah, put some sugar in it. All right. So, so okay, let's go back to the topic. Go. The shoe thrown at him. Don't throw shit at artists. Number one. Number two. Expecting him to sign it after that with what pen, big man? Did you just think he's going to throw it? He's going to just pull a pen out of his pocket and be like, oh yeah, I'll sign it.
Okay. Chill out. If he needs a pen, guys, can you grab me a pen? His team will come bring him a pen. That's not the issue. He can get a pen.
Yeah, but did he expect it to just...
No, absolutely not. But he could get a pen. So that's not an issue. Carry on.
Also, the arm on him. The arm on the guy who threw it. Very, very accurate throw. You'd be proud of that throw. Cricket, mate. Middle stump. Boom.
Again, it's hard. The other clip where you see him being escorted out, he's pretty close, no? Like... I mean, yeah, he's still going to be accurate. Yeah, he's still going to be accurate. But he was pretty
low
close.
Down, high up, aim, trajectory, weight of shoe. You know,
all right.
You got to think about all these things. Physics.
Spider-Man. Yeah.
For a second, he loses complete composure, innit?
But why? See, I saw that and I thought, bro, why are you swearing? Right? But context
in context, in reference, in retrospect, in hindsight, 2020 is perfect. It's beautiful, right? Yeah. I thought he's just acting in the same instinctive way that all of us would be. Like, first of all, fuck you. Who threw that? Let's fight.
Unless you're Chris Rock.
No, that's different.
No. Did he expect a slap? He did not expect that slap. And then he went, okay. I'm just talking about how he handled it. Big difference.
Because that's not even remotely the same circumstance.
No. It's not the circumstance. I'm on about Aujla swore, lost it because he didn't expect it. Chris Rock didn't expect it either. That's what I'm talking about, the unexpected nature of what happened.
Well, no, because there's a familiarity there with Chris Rock and Will Smith. They knew each other for years beforehand.
Yeah, absolutely. So therefore, it's even less likely that this guy's going to.
Yeah, but this is a random thing on stage. You're performing. You don't expect that.
That's what I'm saying. They're both unexpected. Actually, for Chris, it's probably more unexpected. I know, like, if you came up to me and punched me, that's more unexpected to me.
True,
than if a random
but having something thrown at you on stage is a little bit unexpected too. No.
When did I say it's not unexpected? I'm saying they're both unexpected. You are arguing very just. I'm not saying they're the same thing. I'm saying they're both unexpected events.
Thank you. I wanted to say that. Thank you.
You're such a lully. All right, go on. Go.
So, he's not going to sign your shoe after that, bro. Secondly, why'd you throw the shoe back? Keep it. Let him go home shoeless. All right. Let the guy go home shoeless. Walk out, be limping away down the street. Why not?
Do you think he actually meant to hit him in the face, or did he just flop up on the stage?
I don't think somebody did that.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think they had too much force in the throw.
Throw the jutti. It lands on the stage. Maybe like there's who threw the jutti, whatever. But so I know you talked about the aim, but if his genuine intention was like, if this was protest, right? You know, like those oil people who throw like the orange dust.
Those oil people, you mean just stop oil?
Those
oil people. They're all lovers, yeah.
Yeah, those guys. So if he was protesting, like, he said something funny, didn't he, at the end? I can't remember the exact Punjabi. He goes, mere gaane inne kharab nahi hai, something like that. When he made a joke of it, because then he was back into his composure.
Wait, hang on. He can't say his music's pure.
No, not pure. Inne mare nahi. They're not bad. Do you understand Punjabi?
Yeah, no, exactly. And the opposite of bad is pure, like clean, good. No,
not bad. He's just saying it's like shit. Not bad as in like clean versus not clean. He's just saying
like bad music.
Yeah, like not good quality. He's like, don't throw. Are you throwing shoes because my music's that like bad quality? That's what I meant. That's what the expression meant.
Okay.
Mere gaane inne mare nahi. Not.
You're asking if I don't understand Punjabi properly. 185 episodes in.
I know.
Are you thick?
I forgot.
You forgot, despite the fact that I'm your best friend and you've known me for X amount of years. You forgot. Yeah.
All right, guys, we're just going to put this out there. People listening are, he set that up nicely. People listening, regulars, the super fans, you know who you are, the ones who comment and or DM us and all that kind of jazz. Do you guys have one best friend? Can you have multiple best friends?
You can have multiple.
When does, no one's asking you. No one is speaking to you. You just sit there and mute yourself on your mic, right? No one's hear your answer. So when does best friend status, when is it decreed, right? When does that knighthood of the best friend happen? Is it just the fact that you have 184 episodes together and therefore by just association?
No. Shut up.
No one's talking to you.
Right. We are way past this line of like, we're just acquaintances. Shut up, man. There's none of that. All right. We are firmly in the best friend zone. You need to understand this and get your head around it. You need to get your head around it, okay?
Firmly
in that zone. I was one of the first people you have told me many important information about your life to, and vice versa. We are firmly in that zone, okay? I'm not going to give examples because that's private, but come on, man. We are there. Stop it.
Come to the show. I'll tell you everything you want to know about Indy.
No, you won't. Stop it.
If you, all right, here's what you shouldn't throw at Indy on stage. Don't throw.
Can we get back on fucking topic,
we
please?
Can. Listen,
you're going so off piece.
Don't throw nuts at Indy. That is health risk. Galt sahi hai na? That's simple. Right? Okay. Do not throw it at him.
I mean, I sat next to a doctor. I'll be completely fine.
No, I won't be able to do anything. I don't have equipment, okay? I'm not giving him mouth to mouth. Can't even see his lips.
You don't give mouth to mouth when somebody's having an anaphylactic shock, you idiot.
No, if you were to die, I would have to give you mouth to mouth.
Okay, if my throat is closing up from anaphylaxis, mouth to mouth is not going to save me. You understand that, right?
Bro, okay. Number one, you're talking to a doctor. I'm on about the stage. Beyond your throat is closed. You have died. Cardiac arrest. At that point, you need CPR and mouth to mouth. I'm on about that. Okay.
Fine. Jesus.
So chili beans, don't try and teach me medicine.
This doesn't make sense.
Just stay in your little box, okay?
It doesn't make sense what you said.
Stay in your little box.
I've never got that far down the pathway.
I know. And I hope you never do.
Oh, God.
So the org.
Can we get back to the main story, please?
Can I tell you one thing? I know it's all about the hook, and I know they hate to listen to this, but they love the other tangent shit, man. People love it, okay?
Look
It's
at the
not a
graph
news
on
channel.
YouTube.
It's not
Look
a
at the
news
graph
channel.
on YouTube. Yeah.
Don't worry about
and
the
you'll
graph.
see.
They love it. They love the
Just
banter.
where it starts to decline
They
is when we
love
go
the
off piste.
well, when I start talking, yeah. They love the banter.
When we go off piste.
Peace or peast?
Piste.
Off peace.
P-I-S-T-E. That's how it's spelled. Piste.
Sorry? When you go off peace, P-I-E-C-E.
No. Oh, my days. Off piste. This really is off piste. Off piste. Oh, away from ski runs. So what actually is it?
Wait. 3. Just off peace. 3, 2, 1. S-T-F-U.
Just say shut the fuck up. What's it meant to be?
I don't swear.
Spell it.
Like a piece of cake, man. It's not.
Oh, piece. That one. Oh, that
Off
piece.
piece.
Oh, okay.
Off peace. That's it.
Off piece is what I thought it was. Anyway.
Yeah, go on. Anywho.
Let's move the conversation forward. Did
Yeah.
you get Ikky's ad-libs when everything was happening?
That's the pre-video, isn't it? The way he's like, yo, stop it. Like that one.
So when he stops, he's like, hey, yo, what the fuck, man? Like, he's backing up everything the Karan says. Let's get up on stage and fight. Let's fight, dog! Like,
GTA ho gaya.
he's a proper hype man. And I was thinking, respect.
Yeah.
He knew his role and he played it well. It reminded me of that video.
In that clip, I
old,
was trying to...
old Just Rain one, where Babu has summoned the guy to talk to him. And it's like, yo, I just want to say, like,
I'll cut you,
what's up,
bro.
dog? I just want to say, I want to take it to like Boston Pizza and that, yeah? And
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah,
where you
yeah.
going, guys? Just talking to you, guy. Right?
Yeah. You
hype
just don't
man
be walking away.
The same hype man
Banda.
thing. And I'm like, yo, Ikky played the role well. I've never seen that Just Rain video play out in reality. It actually did. So there we have it.
I forgot, and I do forget, obviously, because when you listen to Punjabi singers sing, again, it comes back to our thing we talk about accents, right? When people sing. It's not like his Punjabi sounds Canadian. And so...
Oh, it's very clean.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying it. Yeah, exactly. An English Punjabi, speaking Punjabi sounds quite similar to Aujla or Diljit or whatever. And so, but then he starts speaking, and I was like, oh, yo, I forgot he's like Canadian.
Yeah, hard Canadian. Yeah.
I'm going to fight you, dog. I was like,
fight you, dog. He kept saying stuff like, play it, family. Like, in between songs. I was like, okay, cool. Leaning into the Canadian.
And the
respect,
guy
man.
was...
He did both languages perfectly.
He was taken out, wasn't he, the guy?
Yeah, he was. So in the video that I found, you can see the guy being escorted out by a shirt. So that was fun. What I also thought was interesting was prior to him getting escorted out, as the music's starting back up again, Aujla Saab is just staring at him. Like proper just staring at him in the crowd. I'm thinking, he's rattled you, isn't he?
Yeah, and then the British crowd.
Taken out ASAP. Yeah.
Get him out. It's just like, oh, mob mentality. I'm surprised they didn't pick him up.
I mean,
like,
that
crowd surfing
that hardly resonated around the crowd. I was not that far back, but it didn't make it that far back. Everyone was like,
it's in the clip. It's in that clip. That's
yeah. But that's
it wasn't loud.
Yeah.
That he had an expensive ticket.
Very, very expensive ticket.
That's a 553 range type ticket.
No, it's not. It's like a 300. It's not a 555. It didn't go up to 553. At face value, when you bought it on the day.
The Birmingham equivalent is 553 for that ticket where he was.
Yeah. When you buy the tickets at face value, it was not going for that much. It was going for about £200-300.
That's very interesting that London's top tier price was not higher than Birmingham. I would have definitely thought London's would be higher.
I don't know how much the London prices were, so I can't dispute. And also, we're confusing the crowd a little bit. You're referencing a price for a Diljit ticket. I'm referencing a price for a Karan Aujla ticket.
Do you know what? I completely forgot where I was right there. Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're addicted on the 553.
This man is switched on.
Thank you.
But still, by the way, he's at the front. Wow, these digs in it. Oh, Budgie, if I'm dead, what's the point of CPR mouth to mouth? Shut up.
Yeah, if I'm dead, I'm dead, innit? Let me go. At that point, let me go, man. It's fine.
Who am I? What's your top list of 3 people I can approach to continue this podcast with?
No one. It dies.
No, ਏਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਗਲਤ ਗੱਲ
No, ਏਦਾਂ ਆ. It's like the Rocky meme. If he dies, he dies. That's it.
So Indian doctor, Shindian doctor, Sanj and doctor. I mean, there's endless possibilities. Right? Endless.
Wouldn't happen, but okay.
Hoyana.
I'll write in my will that it has to die. Sorry.
We'll have your will disputed. It's no problem.
Can't dispute my will.
But ਭਾਜੀ ਨੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ will ਲਿਖੀ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਤੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ will ਵਿੱਚ it said all other wills are null and void.
Okay, Paji, there we go.
ਤੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਉਹ ਵੀ podcast ਦਾ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ. I take over the studios.
Anyway, I don't think Karan acted wrong. I think he did what anyone would do in that moment rationally. But everyone's saying you should have kept his composure. Have a thrown at you on stage and see how to react. He's also younger than us. So
how old?
Isn't he younger than us? I swear he's like early 30s.
Google maar de.
Karan Aujla age. 27 years old. He's 27 years old.
Wow,
he's
27.
acting like a 27-year-old. That's completely understandable in that situation. You can't expect him to emerge out of this with mad maturity. It is. I wouldn't
even say acting as a 27-year-old. I think even into your early 30s, 40s, you're high in energy. You're performing. Unexpected things happen to you, right? That's the initial reaction, and actually, the time from initial reaction to "come on, man, don't do this,"
to calming down was about 15 seconds.
Kushvini, like perfect, handled it very well. Didn't throw it back. So, yeah, everybody's got an opinion. You shouldn't have an opinion.
Everyone has an opinion. Clearly, we have a fucking opinion. I've made the entire episode about it. What are you on about?
Gal sana, saadi following hai. Okay, ye bakri gal hai. Okay, isi balanced opinion dikhane hain. Kahi bande nahi gande gal hai, gandi gal hai. He shouldn't have done this. And this is very different to when we talked about what's her face,
Jasmine Sanders.
Yeah, on stage, losing and stuff like completely different, you know.
It is different. The scenario is not the same.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to say he got attacked. I'm just going to say somebody threw something at him. No one threw anything at Jasmine. She was just being horrible to the DJ. That's the difference. That is not the same, okay?
Yeah, clearly. I was just thinking, it just never used to happen. This type of thing, and then it just happens.
I think we do live in a bit of a
weird
clout era where people do things for like, oh, I had that done, yeah, or they can say I did that, and there's video proof of it because everybody has a phone now. So, you know, anything's possible. What's quite sad is even the opening ceremony of the show and the opening event, everyone has their phone out, and I just think enjoy the starting part of it. You can get a video later.
This is a really, really poignant point. And
it's not poignant, it's quite hacky, but yeah.
No, the point I'm about to make is poignant.
Okay.
Listen, off-piece. Just sit there, right? Listen for the whole episode. Oh, leaving the ski lodge.
Off-piece.
I was like, bro, what word are you using? You're not my Scrabble partner. Right. If you ask the question to people, how often do you watch the stuff you've recorded or taken pictures of? Especially live events,
said this
right?
before.
And it's zero. The only I don't know what Europe. It's very little. If you're sitting on a plane, your plane's in airplane mode, maybe you look through it. But I have found a good thing to do with if I'm going to make clips of certain things, like a show, like Diljit or whatever, I'm going to make it into some sort of TikTok, and that becomes a memory. And I have a certain way of putting in Google Drive, and fine, that's a memory, and I'll reflect on it at various points. But you're right. Why you're there in the room seeing the Aujla, and then you're watching him through the thing.
You're watching it through a phone. Yeah, it's weird.
To be fair, though, there are a lot of people making videos of you as well.
Yeah, we'll come to that. So it's. I don't mind people having a video to have a memory of the day, but it's the constant filming of every song, and I'm in every concert. I stop and look around and see what other people were doing. Right, some people hugging their partners, some people were just like constantly Snapchatting, filming themselves, miming to it, and because I can look into other people in front of me, you can see them all on Snapchat, like just posting things, doing things again and again, zooming out, zoom in, zoom out. And I'm thinking, okay, this is fine. Bit odd. The weirder one was when everybody started FaceTiming other people who aren't at the venue.
This is a new thing. I've seen this happen.
It's a new thing.
It's so weird. I'm like, look, listen, they're not here. You're here.
The sound is probably shit as well that's coming through on the phone.
Yeah.
It's so odd.
Yeah. I've seen people do that, and then sometimes I've had it where people are doing it, they kind of, and then they're like, say hello or wave or whatever, and I'm like, this is weird, man.
They can't hear you.
Put the phone down, enjoy the show.
That's it.
Yeah. It's just.
So there you have it, bro. That was odd behavior. Coming onto the show itself.
The show itself.
I was left underwhelmed. And
have you seen Aujla before?
With resentment.
Have you seen him before?
With great regret, I believe the phrase is. No, I've not seen him before. No.
So first time seeing him, you've been in this venue many times, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So you've heard things of a similar set. Diljit, you've seen here, I know.
Yeah. So I've seen many artists perform there. And one thing that stood out to me was his production value was very, very high. So
for people, what does that mean?
So they have great effects on stage. They had a really big rig set up on stage where Ikky's very high up with the band quite high up, which was quite cool. And then on the back screens, they had a lot of effects playing as Karan was performing.
Okay.
He also had Quickstyle, the guys who went viral.
Kala Chashma.
They did their 5-minute segment, which was really good.
Nice.
That was what I thought was great. The parts that were weird, and as I was speaking to friends about it afterwards, they were saying to me, they came up to me in the show because all of my uni mates were like the row behind me and to the left. And some of them were coming up to me during, and they're like talking to me and Sanj. And they kept saying to me, why is this not hitting? And I said, oh, it's not just me then. Because I felt a bit like I'm not feeling it. And I couldn't understand why I didn't feel it.
When you say not feeling it, what do you mean? Like the vibe wasn't there? You were just like, it doesn't feel like I'm at the actual Aujla concert. It's not like...
As in, it just didn't feel like it brought the energy at the beginning of the show to kick off the show. That was one part of it. The other thing is, and again, I'm difficult. I completely admit that. I can see Shindy moving in the background. It's very okay.
She's gone. It's okay.
I'm difficult, and I know this, but I just have a standard, which is I want to be able to hear you perform properly. I want to be able to hear the singer, and the instrumental bit should be somewhat secondary, or it shouldn't overpower the singer. What was evident in this is when he started playing a song each time, it would take 4 or 5 seconds to realize what song he's playing. And that's bad.
So you're trying to work out.
I was like, what song is this? Sometimes he would announce it, and I'm like, that's great. That's actually quite helpful. But but at times it was going into a song, and I was like, has he changed songs here?
And you're like,
okay, you've changed songs, and that's great. But what happened there? Like, I'm not, it didn't feel seamless. It felt weird. So that to me is a red flag. And I know it's very difficult to master and get instrumental Punjabi music on point because you've got so many instruments. You've got Alagoze, Tumbi, Dol, Dolki, Sarangi. You've got all these instruments on stage to get right for each individual bit. And it's very difficult to get that mastered to a point where you let that shine through and let the acoustics of the singer shine through. We have problems with this at Folk Stars, Bhangra competitions. It's very hard to master and get it done correctly. And what they tend to do is mute everybody else down, let the door come out, and let the singer come through, because that's the best way of getting the best of both.
They're the primaries. Do you also find, and I had this experience, actually goes back to that story I told you about when I saw Jazzy B at that wedding, when I thought they were poor and there wasn't, is that Jazzy B in live band. When you grow up before you've seen a singer live, remember all you've heard is the actual songs they put out. And when I first heard like a version of a song live versus when you hear it on a CD back then, it's different. It's not the same.
It is different.
And you have to kind of be ready because you're conditioned to hearing it in a certain way with certain hype. And then you hear it with a live band and it's just a bit like, oh, I know it's the same song, but on the CD, it's just like
you are, hypey. But you aren't. You saw Jay-Z and Kanye West Watch the Throne, correct?
Yes, I did.
Didn't that hit differently when you saw it?
You know what? That is a great example. That, I didn't walk away from that thinking there's a disconnect and it's like, I can see
it felt sometimes better.
It doesn't feel like a tribute. Yeah, that's the word I want to use. Sometimes when artists perform, it feels like they're doing a tribute to the songs. It's a song, but it's not as good as when they have it recorded in the studio. Watch the Throne. Yes, that was like different.
That was ungodly levels of performance.
And the opening to
seeing
that,
Jay-Z and Kanye West perform on stage, Kanye with the energy, Jay with the bars, and it was just so perfect seeing that. That's my standard of performance because I've seen that. I shouldn't be made to feel bad thinking Punjabi angles and a Punjabi concert, I have to compromise on the standards that I've seen other mainstream performers do. I just want to see us at the same levels or hold the same standards as others. I'm not asking for much. And for some reason, it feels like I'm being snobby when I say this. I'm really not. I just want us to push to the same level and be put on the same pedestal. That's it.
Yeah, and just to give people a caveat here, you've seen Diljit, and Diljit has been at that level. So it's not you're saying all Punjabi artists. So it can be done.
And what will be interesting is to see the contrast now. Same venue. I'm going to see Diljit in a couple of weeks. Same venue. And it's now going to see how does he master that perfectly and what does he do differently? And how does he be a different performer that brings energy, hype, etc.? That's going to be very contrasting. And I'm very excited to sort of have recency bias, I guess you can say, but also recent examples a month apart that I can compare.
I guess, there'll be two main things there. The one is like we talk about, there's equipment you use, so the actual rig setup itself, and then you got the people who are actually operating it. So if there's a difference in the methodology there, that will obviously affect the acoustics and the sound. Second thing is Diljit has higher brand and style value, which means I think the excitement is going to be a different level anyway.
Well, let me pause you there. I saw Diljit in 2014. That night when I had my Detti stolen. I think I've spoken about it. But that night I saw him in Wembley Arena, and it wasn't the full Wembley Arena, it was about half capacity. And I saw it with my now wife Sanj. And when we were going to see it at the time, it was just Diljit, a mic and a band. Nothing special. And it was very, very good. So if anybody tries to say to me, oh, it's because he had poor staff or it wasn't done properly, I'm thinking, but if Diljit could do that properly then, why was this not done properly now at the bigger stages or bigger venues? That's what I'm thinking is, are you compromising on kharcha or the cost, or are you just not bothered about it and it's not a priority to you? Because the biggest stars, they pay attention to every little nook and cranny. Beyonce, etc. They will make sure their audio sounds crisp and perfect on the day, way ahead of time in sound checks. And they never have problems with it on the day. It always comes out very clean.
I think ultimately, remember, this is my view. When you pay for a live event, you are paying for an experience. That's what you're paying for. It's the experience. And you're right. And you've got to deliver on the energy and everything. And you don't want the miming. And you just, and I'll tell you what I really like. I always like as well when artists do unscripted stuff. Like when a comedian does crowd work. Like completely not part of his set.
Because that shows a raw talent.
Yeah, and it's just like you don't know where it's going. It's exciting, and the beauty of it when the comedians do it is, if you look at it, if you did like a transcript, it's like it doesn't look that funny if you read it, but the way they do it, you're just like, oh my god, this is like. And so when artists do it, and they're just like "Makera gana gama" or something like that, or they do like a tribute to somebody, maybe they'll do like Bindra Kia or whatever. I think Karan did. I saw a Birmingham clip. He did Kaka Paniwala.
Yes, he did. And what I noticed about that was, that's cool he did that. The biggest pop of the night you get, for some reason, no matter what happens, the biggest pop of the night when it comes to audio and sound is when you're doing a tribute to a legendary song. And he weaved that in because his set list order seems to be quite chronological. And it looked to be like everything was done in a certain way. The only reason I'm saying this is because when he had his shoe thrown at him, he restarted that song again. And the whole performance again for that bit to go into the next bit, which is cool. And there's no problem with that at all. If that's how you've been coached and that's how you've memorized your set, great. But the biggest pop of the night and the way that the audience get on side is when you do the legend tributes. And it just made me think, no matter how big these artists today get, when you do a legend tribute song, it just gets a bigger roar. It gets a bigger crowd energy pop.
And then it makes you think about, so who are the artists who are actually doing that from the intention of to give tribute and pay respect to, Manik and Sidhu and Kaka Panigala and all these people for that reason, or they're doing it knowing that actually they're going to get brownie points?
I don't know. No one's ever going to be able to answer that question except for the artist, and even then you won't get an honest answer.
Well, they're not going to tell you exactly. But I do like that they do it. Shub did,
and you know
Shub did
that
some good
I'm
ones.
and you know that I'm partially deaf, right? So if the audio is bad, I turn to Sanj and say, "Is it just me, or does this sound off?" And she says to me, "It does sound a little bit off." And others were saying to me, "I can't hear him properly." If everybody's saying that, that's bad. So it's like,
That
okay,
was his first show of this tour, of the UK leg.
I don't know. Yeah. It was the first show of the UK leg. Yeah.
So I wonder if, because I haven't been hearing that much stuff like this about the Birmingham one. I don't know if he had it corrected.
I don't know. But not many people have publicly said this. I'll say it because I'm honest, right? And I have unpopular opinions, and that's cool. But I just have a standard that I just have a standard.
It's cool, mate.
I just have a standard when it comes to music. It has to be to a certain level. Bus. If you don't like it, cool. That's your opinion, and you can do what you want with it. But from my view, it didn't feel correct. The second half of the show, though, felt a lot better because I think in my head, I've made the decision to kind of say, okay, this is as good as it gets. Make the most of the situation and just enjoy it. And I did. Exactly. So I lowered my expectations and I was like, this is as good as it gets now. Just go with it.
Stop being a Karen, yeah? Good lad.
Not being a Karen. It's just, okay, that's as good as it gets. You just have to accept it and just try and go with it. But as I came out of it and asked all of our friends, they were all like, yeah, it wasn't as good as I thought. Some gave it a 4, a 5. I was like, oh, interesting. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Trade expectation for appreciation.
No, I think you can expect to have a good show when you're paying that much. Don't try and give it 10.
I love it. Don't
try and give it 10. Yeah, trade expectation for appreciation. Okay, mate.
It's a good one for relationships, but yeah, we're talking about here. This is a paid experience.
Maybe not for a paid show. Okay, relationships.
Paid
experience. Not a paid show. Okay.
Yeah. What else? So, in terms of the show itself, you had Ikky opening, and you had what were the guys called again? The dancing group. Quick Style.
Yeah.
Sorry. So those two. Anything else? Any other supporting acts or anything? Or
there were a few female dancers that came on for bits. That's it. Nothing else. Ikky came on stage towards the end, and did a few songs with God, and that brought a lot of energy. In fairness to Ikky, he does bring really good energy on stage with his presence.
He's a producer, isn't he?
He is a producer, yeah.
And he can sing.
No, it's just, you know how you have an MC on stage and they're jumping around doing a lot of energy and bringing it in and getting the crowd involved. That's good. Yeah, all of that stuff really helps your performance. So when it comes to Jay-Z, he normally always brings Memphis Bleak. And Memphis Bleak's always his guy who helps do adlibs, who helps get the crowd going. Like all that shit helps. You're
right, because I have seen people perform, and sometimes it's a big stage. They have that kind of runway, catwalk style stage.
Yeah.
And it's lonely, man. Like, it's because a lot of singers aren't dancers. So I know they do a bit of dancing, but it's never like crisp bhangra dancing, right? So they do what they're going to do, but it's just...
Or they're Chris Brown, walking around. And they can do everything.
Yeah, okay, he's a different level. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that was my thoughts. People, if you've got anything different you want to say, or if you feel like I missed anything out, comment below and tell us. I met a bunch of people there, which was really nice, at the venue. That was cool.
At the venue, very overwhelming. Outside the venue, at dinner, after dinner.
Yeah, very overwhelming. But appreciate every single conversation I had. I didn't get everyone's name because that would have taken me a while. But genuinely, thank you to everyone who listens. Thank you to everyone who comments, etc. There's one guy I didn't shout out. Sick Pilot. He comments on a bunch of our videos, YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. It's weird. He commented on the day of the show. And then I met him there and I was like, oh, this is weird. He's like, yeah, I'm Sick Pilot. I'm the guy who comes. I'm like, oh, mad. Cool. Nice one. Yeah, man, it's just super cool meeting everyone. At the end of it, it was nice because the show ends and I thought, okay, everyone's just going to go home. And then it's other people that want to meet and talk to you. I'm like, this is really humbling, man. Honestly, it's nice to know the pod's going in a bigger direction without us even knowing it.
Yeah. And guys, we are not always together all the time. You need to understand.
They think we're out in deck, bro. Yeah.
So like I know you're looking for me. I wasn't hiding. I wasn't at the venue. I know. So yeah.
Oh, one last thing about the show I forgot to add.
Go.
With a few people who hadn't been, they DM'd me saying, how was it? And I told them my honest thoughts quickly.
Right.
And they said, the same thing happened at his Wembley show a few years ago. The acoustics were off. We didn't feel like the performance held up, so we didn't buy tickets this time. And I thought, that's really interesting. So 3 years on, and it's not changed in their perspective. He's put out a shit ton of songs since, so no fault of that at all. But when we got in the car on the way home, I said to Sanj, this is the clearest I've heard him sing all night, and that's quite a shame.
In the car. What was the banger of bangers of the night outside tributes?
I couldn't really tell you.
Okay, what's your favorite Karan Aujla song?
52 Bars.
That's your favorite song. Okay.
Yeah, but as he was doing it, I couldn't hear him that clearly. He did Mexico, which is really cool.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's just nothing really got me. The Oh Fresh song, the Oh Fresh dance that we did. What's it called?
Hoi hoi,
that one.
No Pantali.
Yeah.
No Pantali.
No, that's a No Pantali.
No, sorry. No, I'm getting confused.
We are both getting confused. Isn't that?
Yeah. Oh, wait, did he do Toba, 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 Toba?
Yeah, he did. And as the dancers on stage were trying to do it, they didn't do the Vicky Kaushal. No. They didn't do it. They were doing some different moves because I thought no one could back that movement. Very, very difficult.
It's okay. It's doable. You could do it.
Apparently, a lot of people say they can try and do it and they can't. So a few people that I know who are dancers have tried it and they said, I can't get it. Don't hit the mic. Okay. It's the hip thrust, the hip flowy hips. Yeah.
Stop.
The Shakira's hips don't lie. All that stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you did Toba.
Yeah.
Okay,
so that's it.
You had a good time.
That was my wrap up. I had a nice time. I had a very nice time with Sanj. Yeah. Hopefully there'll be more in the future that we go to.
And you and Sanj have come to an agreement, haven't you, Indy? Because of your stardom and famedom, haven't you?
I mean, I didn't want to say this, but we can do. Yeah, okay.
It's good,
we were late getting into the show. So
guys, humility here. Due to unprecedented stardom and mobbing, words of Sanj here, not my words.
It wasn't mobbing. It was just a lot of people wanting to stop and speak, and that was very nice.
Couldn't take steps. And so then Sanj suggested, now next time, what you need to say to your fans
I suggested next time, not Sanj.
No, not the thing. Not the actual suggestion about the ticket thing. This is a different suggestion. Sanj's suggestion. We spoke the other day when you went for your number 2 on the. Remember, you escape.
Absolutely,
she said,
I was dying.
You're gonna say to your fans now, guys, let's walk and talk. That's it. We're gonna.
I didn't say that. I didn't agree to that. No, I'm not going to say.
I didn't agree to it, but that's what you're going to say now. Because
I'm not going to say.
Sanj wants movement. No. She wants movement. She needs movement, right?
No, I said to Sanj, we'll split tickets. Give me my ticket. You go ahead. If I get stopped, just carry on. I'll see you there.
That's it. Good lad.
That way she doesn't miss a show. Because we got in and we missed Ikky. And she was a bit upset. But then everyone said he wasn't great. So that made her feel better. So yeah, there you have it.
So you told all your mates, tell Sanj that he wasn't very good.
No. So my mates actually came in after us. They got sidetracked as well doing other stuff. But yeah, it was... they had a tough time because they had 2 kids on the same row as him. And they threw up apparently really badly all down the seat.
Oh man!
Yeah, and then they were going to sit down. They're like, "What the fuck's this? This is puke." And one of them had to go and speak to the venue staff. The venue staff came down and cleaned it up. They were refusing to clean the seat. They made them clean up the seat. As the show was going on, the 2 kids came back. They looked about 17, 16. Yeah.
Oh, not
they were spitting on the floor the whole night. Yeah.
Because?
I don't know, but they were just spitting on the floor the whole night. And as the show was over, you looked down, it was disgusting. I was like, okay, either they're still getting rid of the excess vomit in their mouth or it's something else. But I think the venue maybe wasn't that forthcoming towards underage drinking.
That reminds me about the other thing that Shindy said about that gentleman who needed an ambulance. Did you see that? Who'd smashed his head?
I heard about this, yeah, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean, that's quite worrying, man, that if somebody has a genuine medical emergency, that, it needs to obviously be escalated. Obviously, the music is loud. I don't know what part of the show this was, but there has to be a way of that person needs to get out. It's not like you're going to evacuate the whole venue. That doesn't happen. For example, I was at Hammersmith and I went to see Ludovic Einaudi, the pianist, medical emergency, row 3. He came to the front, paused the show, and ambulance took him out from that little side door, the backstage door that we used to use for TBS.
Yeah, for TBS. Yeah.
But you're right. This whole easy access to sharab, that's a concern.
Yes. So
when you come to our live show, there's no sharab. Koi sharab nahi honi, okay?
There might be a bar minimum, so you might want to rethink that, but okay.
Okay, थोड़ी शराब होनी है, ज़्यादा शराब नहीं होनी. ज़्यादा शराब नहीं होनी. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, okay.
We only learned this recently, right? On DJ nights, some DJs obviously secure a venue. When they secure a venue, they have a bar minimum to hit. And what they actually have to do intentionally, and this is apparently an art, you have the start of your set is really hyped. The middle part, you have a lull, so people go and get drinks. And you pick it back up again. And I thought, I never considered that. Yeah, it's gaming the system to make sure they hit their bar minimum.
Listen, we have mics. We're like, okay, ਅਸੀਂ venue ਨੂੰ ਪੈਸੇ ਦੇਣੇ ਆ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਸ਼ਰਾਬ ਪੀਓ ਹੁਣ, okay?
Building fund ਵਾਸਤੇ.
Yeah, genuine building venue ਵਾਸਤੇ.
Venue maintenance ਵਾਸਤੇ bill paying ਦੇ ਦੋ please.
ਬੇਨਤੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ minimum 10 pound spend ਕਰੋ.
Contactless device.
ਸਾਰੇ Scottish note, contactless, ਪੈਸੇ ਸਭ
we
ਕੁਝ
accept it all, buddy, okay?
ਸੋਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਗਹਿਣੇ ਵੇਚ ਲਓ. ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਗੱਡੀ ਵੇਚ ਲਓ. WeBuyAnyGaddi.com ਸਭ ਕੁਝ.
We'll set up a pawn shop in the corner, right? Anything's possible, okay? We'll get a jeweler to come there and be a pawn shop owner or something.
Oh, this show is going to be good. It's going to be very good.
There we go. Right.
There we go.
Next egg. Give me my jingle bell.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell rock. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. It's the right way, and the right way.
I don't actually know the rest of the words.
Away. Jingle bell, bell, and the sleigh bells go. Giddy up, giddy up. Confessions of Brown one day.
Angie, go on, bro. You go first.
So, continuing 2 weeks in a row, talking about the wife. You see,
I mean, it is confessions, so yeah, I'd expect you to talk about the wife. Yeah.
No, I don't talk about it often, to be honest. I confess about other things. My profound love for bins. I remember that segment. You were like,
or your daughter, yeah.
Huh?
Or your daughter, yeah.
Oh yeah, it comes in it sometimes as well. You saw the story today? Shindy got her.
See the story.
Did you see her ducky face?
I couldn't tell if it was ducky. It looked more angry.
Yeah, it's a fine line in women, isn't it, between duck and anger? No? It's basically the same emotion for them.
Yes.
Depends what you say, that flips them into one or the other.
Absolutely.
Green Hulk, Red Hulk. Both Hulk.
Problem.
So, thanks to my panoya, Sardar Harkaran Singh Thind, we have an espresso machine. He has upgraded his home facilities to barista level, like the full length coffee. He loves coffee, right? Has to measure the stuff out, the spoon, the thing, and the thing, and the thing, and the beans, and whatever. I use the pod, so I've got his old one. And so my general coffee intake is an Americano in the morning, normal size, and then I like an espresso at some point. So I got a specific espresso mug. It's like handleless. It's got like double glass, so you can hold it. It's not hot. It's like really small. It's perfect. You drink something. If you're in a rush, leave it in the sink. You'll either wash it later or somebody else will wash it later. Okay. Come downstairs. Your Shindy, your mug is broken. It's okay. It's no issue. It's like cost me £5. Amazon. It's not end of the world. Completely unfazed by it. Yeah. Completely unfazed by it. Can get another one. Take a little side story here. Recently, you know that trip I took to Greece. On the plane, I left my battery charger with an AirTag. And the thing is, when you leave, the AirTag does tell you. But the problem is, because I'm so used to seeing that thing, even when I'm leaving the house or other things, you just like swipe it away. And so the next, like 2 days after, I was looking at the Find Me thing, and I was like, this AirTag is showing in Greece. This is not here. This means it got left on the plane. They did supply you of the plane, and then they didn't see it. It just went back. Anyway, doesn't matter. Bought a new one. Not end of the world. I'm at the point now where most things can just be replaced. Right? So I was completely unfazed by it.
That is real wealth.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
If I lost my laptop, I would be cut up about it. Big time.
Laptop is a different thing though. You're talking about different levels of...
If I lost my AirPods, I'd be cut up about it.
What's the cost of AirPods?
200 quid? 200 quid?
Oh, okay, fair play. I mean, I was actually surprised when I went onto Amazon to get everything I'd lost. Battery pack now, Belkin, a better version of what I had before, 15 quid. Like, do you know what I mean? In my head, I thought it'd be 50 quid. And so, but anyway, so I was like, it is what it is. Okay. There's certain things that don't faze me. You're right. If I lost my Goody, different thing, right?
Yeah. Lost your Goody is a big fucking difference to a battery pack.
What about if you lose your best friend? Can you replace that? Look at his face. Well.
Let's find out, shall we?
This week's episode in Indy and
actually, hang on. Let's actually unpack that for a little second. Yes, because you probably had a best friend as a child, and that's not the same now.
Ooh, that's a good question. Do you mean primary school?
Yeah, you probably had a best friend in primary school, a best friend in secondary school, a best friend at uni. Like at least one.
My best friend. Ooh, this is a really good question, Indy. It's not that segment, but anyway. My best friend from primary school is actually my oldest friend and still very close to me. My best friend in secondary school is still one of my best friends, Rajiv. The first one being Jason. Jason is the friend I've known the longest. You met all these people, by the way. They're all on the snag. So yeah, I haven't replaced them. I've added to them.
Ah, there you go.
But that's not the same as if they go. If I were to go, you could get another doctor. You've said that many times.
Yeah.
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 But I would ask you just call it Indian Doctor 2. 2.0.
No.
No, it's my brand. It's my podcast. I do what I want with it. Anywho, so your glass is broken. I'm like, okay, cool. And 10 minutes later, it was probably me that broke it. Okay, it's still okay. But why did you have it's broken initially to I broke it?
Oh, there's no ownership.
But then it came, and was it the fact that I was unfazed by it, and therefore you thought it was okay to proceed with taking ownership? Was that what it was? Right?
Yes.
Then the other thing, I don't know if this is you need to help me from a Sanj perspective here. I don't know if this is a Shindy specific thing or a lady specific thing, right? I haven't got an actual example outside of this one, but say for example, I don't know, I walk into something or I hurt myself, not like life-threatening, like a little bump or something, and Shindy's item is in the way, or there is causality of Shindy. She will feel bad and be like, sorry. And then there'll be some rebuttal like, but you did this. But you did this.
The gaslighting. Oh.
Right? And I'm just like, hello? Injury me, menuhaya. And then I'm like rubbing it or whatever. Or whatever. And then, but then to make yourself feel better,
Do you know what it is? It's because she can't sit in the uncomfortableness of you being hurt. So she'd be like, okay, there's shared responsibility here. No.
Right.
No. Nothing to be shared. This is 100% ownership on your behalf. 100% pain on me. There is no 50% half us and I still get 100% of the pain. That doesn't work, okay?
You should have been looking where you're going.
Fuck off, okay?
Sanj that.
No, she just tends to say, yeah, sorry. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Okay. So I think so. Here was the version of that with this. So you put you put the glass in the sink, and then she was cleans up on it. She threw like a knife in the sink, and then the knife went into the glass and brought it out. She goes, "What you should have done is put the glass on the side, and then would have known to wash it."
Yeah, of course, because
okay.
I'm the criminal for putting plates in a sink and cutlery and crockery in a sink. Okay. Straight up, zero accountability for their actions.
But she's you, so what do I expect?
No. When I do stuff wrong, I admit every time. Okay, when we were late for the Karan Aujla show, I sat and turned to Sanj and apologized profusely for the fact that we got to our seats late. Even though it wasn't my fault, I still apologized because it was the right thing to do.
Sorry, why was it not your fault?
Because it wasn't my fault that people were stopping to want to talk to me. I couldn't help that.
So is there a version of that where you say, guys, I'm getting late for the show. I'd love to speak to you. We can speak afterwards, but I need to go with my wife. Could you have said that?
I potentially could have, yeah. But we were also under the impression that we had timings confirmed by other people at the event who said he's going to be on at this time. So we still technically got to our seat for the right time. But they put Ikky on earlier.
So technically it's fine. So there's no issue. What are you apologizing for, man? You didn't miss Aujla. It's fine.
Still. It's the right thing to do in that moment. But I overcompensate in that way, yeah? I am not the same as Shindy in this way. She will not overcompensate. She will blame you, okay? That's the difference. And I blame you for many things, but I wouldn't blame you for that, okay?
You blame me for many things. What do you blame me for?
Being late to the podcast every week.
Yeah. But Ikkem is a great, like, it's an audible, man. Like, you can't, there is just nothing predictable. The thing is, my podcast setup now starts 3 days before the podcast. That's how much I have to.
Days.
I'm not lying. Like, the lights have been so busy. I've optimized it so much that, like, okay, if I have this window of time, I can do it. If I have this window of time, I can do it. If I have this window of time, right? But even then, it's the stuff that I don't plan that happens. And it's just like, but it takes priority. And so you'll find this.
You know what I mean? That's when I blame you for stuff. And then the next day when I'm really tired and I haven't slept, I was like, it's because I went to bed late. Right. Because I was overstimulated from pod. There you go.
Overstimulated? Is that what happens to you? You get too...
Yeah, because I'm so hyped up and wired after doing it. I'm tired, but I'm not physically tired. I haven't wound down. So I'm like, all right, I need to sit down and like read a book for a bit and try and sleep.
You need to watch some memes, don't you? That's what you need to do.
No screens late at night. It's bad for me.
Gotcha. Dangerous for Indy, isn't it?
Listen, Andrew Huberman, 3-2-1 rule, okay?
Yes. Well, the 3-2-1 rule I had from before was the 5-4-3-2-1. And just do it.
What's the 5-4-3-2-1?
Is that what you're on about? 3-2-1? Just do it. Like you say 3-2-1 and off or whatever.
No.
Oh, what are you on about?
3-2-1 rule is different. I'm on about prior to going to sleep. So 3 hours prior to sleeping, I think it's don't eat. 2 hours.
Go, it's fine. It's okay. They'll see you. I just complained about you. You broke my cup, my espresso cup.
Anyway,
see what you said. Indy.
Shouldn't
have put it in the sink. You see, this is the point I was trying to make to you, listeners. Gaslighting. It can be. Indy says gaslighting, Shindy. It's always my fault. Even if I get hurt, I get injured. You shouldn't have walked into it. You shouldn't have done this. But Indy has a. She's saying you're being clumsy. Indy has his theory is that you can't.
Why doesn't she just listen to the podcast next week and she can find out?
Listen to the podcast next week. He's being mean to you. His theory is
being mean.
Indy, she can't hear you. I can say whatever I want. So
okay.
Indy's theory is that you can't see me in pain or whatever that thing is. So therefore, you start putting ownership on me as well. She agrees. Indy, psychologist. All right, guys, if you want therapy, this is your man.
Home run, okay.
Come to him. Yes. I'm talking Punjabi for India now.
That's it.
Indy, Shindy, go now, please. Go Hoja.
So,
go Hoja.
3-2-1 rule. I think it's
3-2-1.
No food 3 hours prior to sleeping. No water 2 hours prior to sleeping. No screens 1 hour prior to sleeping. Then you're okay.
The water one is hard, man. I do like a few swigs.
I do as well. But I've noticed, I think last week I woke up every night at 3 a.m. bang on for a piss. Pee-pee. Yeah, and I couldn't hold it in. Okay. So I've tried drinking less prior to sleeping.
The way I get around that is I do that forced emptying of my bladder. You know, I think
it doesn't work for me. It does not work.
You tried it with you haven't got the bum spray, man. You need the bum spray.
Okay.
The handheld bidet.
Tell you what, why don't you buy me a bum spray? 1 month ahead.
I'm thinking about it. Do you know what?
I'm actually serious.
You know the
If
funny
you
thing
do
is,
it-
the funny thing is, the handheld bidet will cost you maybe £15 to buy for you. The installation where you live is going to cost you like £500 of your bloody fees.
absolutely it will. Yeah.
Yeah. Kenny had it done. The same thing that my guy will do at his £10 an hour rate. The guy came back at the end with a bill. I think the guy only installed like 1 or 2 in Kenny's house. I think it was like £200-300. I was like, huh? I was like, yeah. Kenny's like, yeah, this is standard here. I was like, bro, you do not want to live here, man. Like, it's just
fleecing,
man.
Yes,
Then look at us. You Birmingham area, yeah. Birmingham area.
Anyway, so
yeah,
Shindy was wrong. Nice. Okay.
To summarize,
mine is
yours is.
Sanj thought she was growing another tooth in her adult years.
You mean a wisdom tooth?
No, just growing a tooth after having a tooth extracted. So she had a tooth taken out for the first time recently. Yeah.
Can I suggest one of the key factors?
Go on.
Sanj is a lover of Diet Coke and Pepsi Max.
Yes.
Is she not? Yeah.
Yes.
She consumes an ungodly amount.
But she's calmed down now ever since the extraction. She hasn't had one since.
That's what she said. She goes, I'm going to.
She hasn't touched it. Yeah.
Go ahead, carry on.
It wasn't because of that though. She had a crown on her tooth since she was like 17, 18. And it's lasted until now, but it cracked. The tooth underneath was decaying. So they said we can do they can't even do a root canal now at this point. They need to either take it out, put an implant in. But it was one of her back teeth and she's worried that it was going to show when she smiled. So she had it taken out. She's never had an extraction before. I counted. I've had
it's the king here.
I've had 8 teeth taken out in my lifetime.
Bro, you're the king of every medical.
Yeah, I've had 8. I've had 2 wisdom teeth taken out. I've had 4 for braces and my front tooth.
Yeah.
So
the
you got 8
injury.
teeth taken out. Yeah.
The power bomb. Yeah.
8 teeth.
Bro.
Actually, in fairness, that tooth got put back in and taken out again. And then the tooth next to it got taken out. So yeah, there you go.
Knowing everything you've been through and knowing your level of bitterness, I think the net sum of that is like you could be so much more bitter and you're not. So hats off to you, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So I mean,
so as Sanj was saying, it's not going to be that bad. I'll be fine. I was like, you wait, sunshine.
You don't know.
It's not fun. Yeah. So when she had it taken out, she was obviously feeling okay. And I said, okay, cool. I didn't want to tell her that after day 3, it starts getting bad because that's when the blood clot either forms or you start getting dry sockets, and dry sockets are really painful. Yeah. And because she's diabetic, it's actually harder for her to form blood clots, which neither of us knew about. So what happened was she was by day 3 or 4, she was looking in the mirror and she was seeing like white in her tooth in the hole. She's like, oh, I'm growing a tooth back. I was like, nah.
You're like, that's not possible.
You're not. And she's like, no, I am. I said, Sanj, you're really not. I think you just need to brush it.
Sanj Science.
And get in the hole. Sanj Science. So you need to get in the hole and brush it. But she can't because obviously the blood clot's still forming. So she did eventually. And she said, oh, okay, it came out. It's a big hole. I said, yeah, it was food, wasn't it? She said, yeah. And then when she was in quite a bit of pain with the extraction, I said, in my Indy ways.
Go on.
So those times when I had my tooth out and you gave me no sympathy.
Wait. Hornball?
No, I didn't say hornball. I said, you realize now I was taking the piss, yeah? It actually hurts. And she said, yeah, it really hurts. I said, okay, cool. That's it. That's what I wanted to say.
Get recorded.
No, I didn't need to. I was like, it's fine.
Did you glow? Did you do your face? Smiley face?
No, I didn't glow, but I was like, at least you understand that when I said I was in a lot of pain and I was miserable, it wasn't just me being a diva. It was fucking painful. And she
Were you smiling when you said it? Were you smiling when you said it?
No, I wasn't. I was deadpan. Here's the difference, right? If Sanj is really ill, I'm very like empathetic. I'll look after you. I'll make food for you. I'll do everything for you. I don't mind because I know how it feels to be like that. So I don't want someone to be in that state. Yeah, I want to try and help you feel better as quickly as I can.
Okay.
So,
but if you're Bamar,
If I'm Bamad, it's like, okay, I'll get some help, but it's not the same level. And I don't expect it to be the same level because I know the person I married. She'll be like, you're fine. So I'm like, okay.
No, let's unpack that. The difference is, and you've said this many times, is for Sanj to be Bamad, by definition, because he's very rarely Bamad, it's like when you are on honeymoon or holiday.
Oh yeah, her ceiling has to be very, very high.
Right. Whereas your threshold is lower.
Yeah.
Therefore, the frequency of you being Bamad, therefore, it's kind of boy cried wolf, right? Like she's like, this isn't that Bamad. Her reference point is just like, that's all it is. Like, you're okay. You just, whatever. But obviously you are
what do I
Bamad
know?
at certain points. No, but it's not what do I know. It's what can you do? You feel the way you feel, right? That's a subjective thing. If she doesn't think you're as unwell as she would be, that's a different thing, but you still feeling well. You're not putting it on is what you're saying, right? You don't put it on.
No faking. No faking.
No faking,
buddy. No faking. No faking. No faking. No faking.
Real, genuine 100% photo hai, buddy.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's the tooth gone. And then she said to me, when does the hole close up after you've had the tooth taken out? I said, I don't actually know. It just closes. Mine took me about a month or two. It wasn't quick.
And the dentists don't fill it with anything, or
sometimes they do stitches around it to help it have like a solid base that closes up quickly, but they can't stitch it closed because it can't do that. It just has to, the hole just has to close around it.
You know, with your, I actually don't know this, I'm asking you. What is the function of wisdom teeth?
I don't know what the function of them are. They aren't essential teeth though. Because so you can have them taken out and you can still have a full set of teeth and have a very happy life.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of people who have to have them taken out for various
So I've got
reasons.
2 wisdom teeth at my top, but I've not got my bottom 2. Because my bottom 2 were not growing straight, they were growing at an angle. Because they were growing at an angle, I was getting food stuck in the gap. But reality is, I just said, I keep getting food stuck in the gap. And they said, you kind of need them taken out. And I said, why? They said, because they're pushing into your molars, which means therefore that's going to decay over time. So I thought, that was the reason taken out. Yeah.
That's the reason you had them taken out. But whereas your top ones are okay.
Top ones are straight down, so it's fine. So those ones have come out. Weird, isn't it?
Well, there you go. That's your dentistry for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed that learning.
There we go.
He's a specialist. He's a therapist now, we've seen. He's a dental specialist. He's a hearing specialist.
I'm a music critique. Everything.
Music. Mate, you are the whole package, man.
Package deal.
You have Banda vibes.
What does that mean again?
You don't remember the story, do you?
I can't remember. No. I remember someone saying that someone had Banda vibes, but I can't remember what.
Shindy and I were at a reception and were asked by a lady who's...
Why did you stutter on the by a lady bit?
I was thinking about which adjective to use to describe her. So a well-to-do lady.
And you just settled on lady.
Yeah, a well-to-do lady. Well-to-do lady.
What's a well-to-do lady?
A well-to-do lady, a lady of means. Okay.
A lady of what?
Means.
What does that mean?
She's a doctor. She's well educated.
Wealthy. Is that what you're saying?
She's doctor. Good looking. And
right, so a person of means is doctor, good looking, and wealthy.
Basically. No. It doesn't mean that. I'm just saying in this. You asked me what that meant. I'm just trying to be a little bit vague, right?
Right. Okay. And now you've been specific. Thank you.
We were asked, what is his Indy situation?
Shit! Yeah,
he has Banda vibes, and I said, "Oh my god, please spend some time with this man."
Banda,
you'll realize there's no BV here. There's only Indy vibes. It's definitely not Banda vibes.
So, Banda vibes. I still don't get it, but yeah. Okay.
I will hazard a guess. Okay. You got your teeth sorted. You grew a beard.
And it's a man bun.
It changed the game for you.
Yeah, it did, man. It did.
Sanj said to me, when you're getting all this attention, and you specifically, you have women who want to take pictures with you and whatnot, and Sanj's like, if you only knew what he looked like with his in the front seat of this Gaddi, topless, with his Dunlop black sunglasses. That image is just scarred in my head. He's just like this. It is It's the images of images. Like that for me, it's the version of me when I'm in that stupid shiny suit.
Oh yeah.
Like bloody Lambert Hussain body bug. Like it's just
Beautiful.
beautiful, man. Banda vibes.
Banda vibes.
Banda vibes.
All right, last seg. Hanji, what's happening, Doctor?
Doctor is good.
Thank you for joining this week's episode. Thank you.
Yeah. Just life's good, man. Life's good. What's coming up? Big boxing match coming up. AJ Dubois. Excited about that. Gonna go for a mixie. That'll be nice. We've got Diljit on the 22nd. That weekend is popping for me, man. Mixie with the boys. Big fight. Seeing the Dilge.
22nd, is that Sunday night?
Yeah, baby.
That's weird.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Diljit's on the Sunday night.
Yeah, that's weird. That's very weird. That's very unusual.
Wait, 1 second. Am I working the next day?
You'll be fine. You'll be home by 11. You'll be fine.
Doesn't matter. It's fine. It's all good, man.
Park in the VIP spot in thingy.
Done
You'll
it.
be fine.
Done it. It's all done, buddy. Sab ho gaya. The tickets came through today. I was like, row A, baby. Yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah. Who's coming to the Birmingham show? You'll see Doctor there. Yeah.
And how much was your ticket?
You don't want to know.
No.
दस मैनू किन्ने ना 10,000 मिलने तेनू कदी नहीं पता होना मैनू 10,000
Oh my god. All right. So did you pay 553?
No, I did not. No. I'll tell
Oh, you started.
No. I looked at the 553 one. Basically, the 553 and see this was down to you. I'm not going to tell you the price. I'll tell you why. Because I intentionally went into this thinking, I've never seen Diljit. Sorry. I'm all about premium experiences. I'm going to get the 553. Had no qualms. I was going to get a ticket, right? But then you said, I don't want to be on the front row looking at Juttiyan. Right? And then I actually thought about that. I thought about being TBS row 1. It's not the same.
You just get a fucking dusty foot in your face the whole time.
Yeah. And I was like, he makes a good point.
You want to be about 10 rows back. Those seats I got for us at Chris Williamson, prime seats.
Yeah. Okay.
Middle,
I don't know if
center, bam.
I don't know if you knew this, but because I watched that video he released. You know there were VIP and VVIP tickets.
No.
Like me and yeah. Next time let's meet him. He's someone we should meet. He speaks a lot. Anyway, but yes, you're right. That in the middle section of the Hammersmith, in that middle section, the middle of the stalls is prime, baby. So because you said that and I thought about it, I didn't go there. Sanj knows how much I paid for them. That's all I'm going to say.
Fine, I'll ask her then.
She won't tell you. She won't tell you. We have a pact. I'll tell you what Sanj's reaction was though, yeah? So we were messaging and she was guessing initially and I told her and she went, full caps, in the Sanj voice, fam! Like, pew, eyes popping out, fam! It's like, and then what was
That's
funny?
Sanj's way of saying I wouldn't have paid that.
Yeah. But then we had this discussion about frugality again, right? And value. And she's like, she goes, so clearly,
hey, Diljit, yeah.
She goes, clearly, you value Diljit. I was like, Sanj, you get it. You absolutely get it. I do. I don't value trainers, but I value this experience. Okay? So, guys,
you value it so much you've never been before.
Yeah, I think about it. I don't know why I didn't go before. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know if it was.
I've seen it 4 times. This has been my 4th time.
Wow, you're a proper fan, man.
Yeah. 2014, 2016, 2021, and now this.
I couldn't see him last time because it was the same day as Amrit Bubban's wedding. Remember? You guys went.
Yeah. We offered you ticket.
Yeah. So I would have gone to that. Yeah, I was down to go for that. But anywho, you'll see me there. So yeah, life is good. Hoodie season's coming. Yeah, buddy. Very happy. Get to put my hoodies back on. Indy is going to be like, oh, he same color pai on the podcast. But I got some more hoodies now. Thanks to Umar, DJ O Fresh. We got some cool hoodies.
That's great.
I'll be
good.
That.
I'm glad. Fucking finally. Jesus. Different color hoodies. Finally.
Listen, my Nothing compares to your owl shirt that you wear so proudly. It is the worst shirt I've ever seen. I don't care.
I've worn it twice.
That is the worst shirt.
It's a great shirt
I've ever seen.
Great shirt
in my life.
Great shirt. Love it.
You say you like fashion.
I do.
And then you put that ulu wala shirt on. And I'm just like...
Karan, I like fashion, but I also can't afford fashion. So there's a big difference. Yeah. When I went into, what was it called? Moss Bros, and I saw their like casual lineup. I was like, I'd buy everything on the shelf if I had the money. I would. I absolutely would, because it was like really nice stuff.
I'm thinking about your statement there. Good fashion doesn't have to be expensive, bro.
If you want it fitted nicely in terms of smart casual, it does. So
fitted means a tailor. Tailors aren't that expensive.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the fit of the t-shirt has to be good.
No. Are we talking about smart wear or casual wear? Because your
what do you know? Smart casual, like the middle. You know when you go to a pre-party, that middle.
Pre-party. I like how you reference the event. That's it.
That's the that's the perfect example.
That's it.
Yeah, that is the perfect example.
Jago. No tie, no suits. Yeah.
No suits.
Yeah. Fair play. So yeah.
See,
that's good, bro. Key.
Good. I have a shout out to give.
Good. Yeah. Good.
I have a shout out to give. So on the tube the other day, there was a couple in front of me who were Desi, Punjabi, Sikh, and they were with their daughter. I was on my phone the whole time. I looked up and the woman waved and I was like, hi. And I thought they were just waving because I was sick. And they're like, I listened to your episode with Ranj. I was like, oh, mad. Thank you. Yeah. And then I had a little conversation with her and her husband the whole way through. I didn't catch their names, but lovely to meet you both. You guys are heading east. Hopefully you hear the shout out, and thank you for the conversation. It was really nice meeting you.
That reminds me, I'll give a shout out to Gyan Singh. So I was at the gym in Bulverhampton, right? And I was walking past him and I saw he had a Leavers hoodie on from Queen Mary's. And I was like, oh, Kyam lad.
Is it Queen Mary or Queen Mary's?
Mary's.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. QMGS, Queen Mary's Grammar School.
And it's all boys?
That one is. And there's Queen Mary's High School, which is all girls, which is like down the road.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll go to the girls' school.
And did you guys ever get to meet the girls from those schools in any scenario?
So in sixth form, you have that thing where girls can come in to sixth form, and in their school, boys can come in.
Okay, right.
But outside of that, year 7 to 11, no, there's no like events where the boys and the girls mix. They're completely separate schools.
That's so weird to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm
really not a fan. I feel like everyone should kind of mix with the opposite sex from an early age, just so you learn etiquette.
I came from a primary school where we had mixed, right? As in most primary schools mixed, right?
But the big development is really year 7 to 11.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I haven't got a comparison to compare with, as in a mixed secondary school, but I think all boys was a great experience. But yeah, I got no comparison.
I beg to differ. I think it's good to mix early and often.
But how's it affected my... So what's your point?
You're speaking about yourself.
What's your end point? Yeah,
you're speaking about yourself. Yeah. You are not everyone, right? So
that's true. But then your example as well, you can't generalize and say, well, if nobody mixes, then they're just not going to be able to speak to girls. That's what you're saying, right?
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying
so what are you saying?
Just helps
say
you.
Say.
I'm saying it helps you have social etiquette, understanding the opposite sex better, how to talk to them, speak to them over the course of a number of years, instead of that just stopping. And then the cap is lifted at the sixth form, where you're like peak horny
in it. Yeah.
That is not a good idea.
You know what's funny? We talk about this now. We're like,
see, the fact you're fucking laughing proves my point, okay? Because it's true.
But it's still, I think all boys are a good experience. I'm not saying what you're saying.
It might
is that could be better. It could be better. Yeah, it could be better.
Even Sanj's niece, she came over the other week, and she's going to uni now. And she was explaining how at her school, they were separated. And when they mixed together, she's obviously quite switched on. So she just thought, look, I can see what's happening here. Everybody's just incredibly horny all the time.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, it's the first time that they've sort of mixed with each other. And she said, some of the girls were getting excited about a guy even looking at them. Like it's bad because they've never had that kind of awkward social interaction of dealing with the opposite sex.
Hasn't been normalized
through those years.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden you're like growing up through this phase where you've just been around the same sex that you might or might not be attracted to. And now you're going into a world where you're both mixed in social settings, school, classes, etc. It's different. It's just different.
It is different. What we found outside of the horniness, as you mentioned there, it was all guys were kind of, everyone was tight, everyone was cool. And then Korean came in and people guys start slagging each other off. And it's just like divides, man. And you're just like, oh, okay.
What do you mean slagging each other off? What, like peacocking?
Yeah, exactly. So trying to get close to Scotty and then but just trying to shit about the next one there. I mean, you were all fine before. You throw a little few Korean. And the thing is the ratios, right? You're talking about like, I don't know, ending on a bande like 2-3 Korean and you're all just looking at them. It's not right, is it? And you think about the converse. So at the other school, there is guys who go into a few guys who go into all girls school. That's an interesting mix as well.
That's an interesting mix. So in my opinion, say no to non-mixed schools, segregated schools. Have kids mixing at an early age often. That's all.
I agree, but it also depends on what's available in your catchment area and what schools are on.
Fair. That is also a factor.
For Warsaw, there's no private schools in Warsaw, secondary. No, that's a lie, actually. There is one.
I was about to say, there is.
There's one. Hydesville. That's the only one for private secondary.
A lot of it's grammar schools, right?
It's 2 grammar schools, right? It's Queen Mary's. That's it. And then you got Sutton Coldfield, you got Bishop Veazey.
I was going to say.
Now, Kes, yes, that's kind of your way.
Kes is mixed.
Some of Kes is mixed. There's 5 Keses, aren't there?
Oh, brother, it gets ridiculous, yeah.
Yeah. There's so many. So some are mixed, some are not mixed, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, shout out to Gyan Singh, who has completed his A-levels, is going to university, is studying, says he wants to be a doctor. I said, okay, here's my advice. Jetu doctor banna in the UK. Number 1, being a doctor in the UK will not make you stupid rich. You're not going to be a millionaire by being a doctor alone, okay? Unless the caveat being you're doing sports type surgery for the elite of the elite, the kind of football player level, okay? And you have extremely well-established private practice. Number 2, when you get to university, learn how to think, not what to think. So learning how to think, learn how to critique and form an independent opinion.
Well, you're not going to learn that in medicine.
Not medicine, I'm talking about the university experience. And
okay,
medicine does teach you it because we have to critically appraise and look at evidence and things and speak
fair, but a lot of it is
the social.
It's not philosophy per se, where you would have that kind of conversation.
I agree. But you have to question things. Why is this diagnosis this? Why is it not this? Yeah, that kind of stuff. I wasn't talking about medicine specifically. The advice I was giving him is this is what you should focus on as a university experience. Okay? So learn how to think, not what to think. Learn how to critically appraise. Learn how to form an opinion. Learn how to network. And do your medicine. Oh, and sorry, learn a skill, which later you can monetize. That was my advice to him.
Good advice.
I was like, Jim Menu, kisne aha advice ditti na? I'm very happy about the way his life has panned out.
I love it.
And I really feel, when I see young Punjabi men, Indy, I don't want to sound like Andrew Tate here, but when I see young Punjabi men, I feel a real calling. I'm like, guys, you have so much potential. Like, just, you focus on these 1 or 2, 3 things. And now it's like Jordan Peterson. You get these 2, 3, 4 things right, you're set up.
I'm of the opposite opinion. Enjoy your life. Just things will work out. Enjoy your time at university. Have a great time. Do whatever you want, and life will work itself out afterwards. The same way how in school it didn't make you or break you. It gives you an opportunity. University will do the same thing. It will just give you an opportunity. That's it.
Yeah, we definitely do opinion. I think you have to be a bit more intentional than that. I'm not saying everything I said is not about not having a good time. You definitely have to have a good time. But being intentional doesn't mean you don't have a good time. I had a great time.
Okay, but going into it with a sole intention of saying you must come out of university with this, and this is not a good approach.
No.
That's a lot of demand.
You're saying aim for perfection, attain excellence.
Give me an example of intentional.
I just said you those things there. I'm saying go with some direction. That's what I'm saying. You'll find things, tangents will happen. You don't like this. This doesn't stick, but I find this and I find this. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying go with a little bit of direction. That's all.
Okay, a little bit of direction is cool.
Specifically for medicine, it's if you have this thing in your head that become a doctor, become a consultant, life is complete, fulfillment, happiness, bullshit, absolute bullshit. Final point I'll say, I was chatting to one of my consultants yesterday, female consultant. She has a 4-year-old daughter, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm telling my daughter, yeah, just like it's not about having a job. You need to find someone wealthy." She said, I was like, oh, okay, that's an interesting take. And she goes, we grew up in this area, Destiny's Child, independent woman. She's like, yeah, it's all crap. She's like, I would. It's so funny. She was like, so I said to her, that's an interesting question. I said, all right.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I thought it's so interesting. End of my shift, we're having this chat, and she's proper chill. And she's like, I said, all right. So if you were a kept woman, right? And she said, what do you mean by kept woman? I said, you've got, money's
a karali.
Karali. As in, you've got your income coming in, you're spending money, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to worry about any income. What expectation can your husband have of you in that situation? Actually, before I tell you your answer, what do you think, Indy, to that?
I don't know. Raise the kids and look after the house.
Yeah. So she said you can have as many kids as you want. She goes 20 kids, no problem. Right? That's what she said. She goes, yeah, clean house, social calendar, sort of like done, fresh roti, like all the time, and yeah, that's it. Do you think that's a fair exchange of value? She said, yeah, I think it's a fair exchange of value. I was like, okay. But I thought it was interesting, right? Yeah, it was interesting.
I'm not a fan of that. I think everyone should have their own independent means to live. Because if you marry somebody and they're an absolute shitbag, you can't escape that.
True. She said that is a trade-off, though. Sometimes you go into a relationship knowing that I'm going to be very wealthy, well looked after. There's not going to be love in this relationship, but I'm not doing it for love. Yeah, I wouldn't want that, and I don't.
That's
I don't
a sad life, man.
Yeah. But it does. Yeah, but for some people,
it works, and that's their choice.
It works.
Cool.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Oh, the caveat she put in there was do all that, but have a passion project. And she actually quoted, she has a real friend who's in this situation, very wealthy, but loving relationship, who has a cafe. And she's like, we all know the cafe doesn't make any money, but she's like, it doesn't matter. She just gets to run it.
So you want to have a passion project that loses money?
No. It doesn't matter if it does or doesn't make money. Not that you don't intentionally.
No, Karan, it should matter if you are doing something that is a business that does or doesn't make money. I'm
saying no, but you just said there. No, but I said the intention shouldn't be to lose money.
Okay.
But I'm saying in this situation, she doesn't know it, but she's like, we don't think she makes any money. That's what she said. The rest of the moms are like, yeah, it doesn't make any money, but she's like, it doesn't matter. It's like, okay.
Any bestie. Okay. All right.
Interesting.
Shameless behavior. Chalo. Okay. Very good. Be independent, people. Make your own means and way of life, in my opinion.
Or don't.
Do what makes you happy.
Consequences,
what
right?
do I know?
Consequences for your actions.
What do I know? Hey.
But it is hard to live off one person now in 2024. That photo I sent you, I showed to her as well, Indy.
You know that photo you sent me?
80 grand in the 90s.
Did you actually fact check it, or did you just believe the photo?
Right, so I put it into ChatGPT. This is my fact checking these days because I can't be asked to.
GPT is not a good source of fact checking, but okay.
It can be sometimes, but you're right, it's not 100% credible. And it quoted me something which was close enough, and I was like, okay, this is a big discrepancy, man.
Yeah. Best to use an inflation calculator, and it works backwards for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Indy.
Yeah. That's a better way of doing it. That's all I'd say.
Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome. People, thank you very much for joining this week. We will see you next week. Please like the video on the way out. Drop us a review, actually. There's a lot of new listeners out there. Give us a little review. That'd be lovely.
Thank you. Thank you, Ranj. Thank you.
Thank you, people. Love you lots. Bye-bye.